So have you ever tried to get, I don't know, a game playing on two screens at once?
Well, all the time.
Like maybe you're setting up a TV on a patio for a big game, or just duplicating a monitor. You think, I'll just grab a splitter and
Uh,
plug it in, and then nothing.
Flickering. Or
Hmm.
worse, yeah, just a black screen. It's that classic digital cliff effect.
Digital clips.
Yeah, people think digital signals are either on or off, but splitting them it's surprisingly rough on the data. A cheap passive splitter just halves the signal strength.
And the data gets corrupted. The screen just gives up.
Exactly.
Right. So today we're looking at a piece of kit from HDTV Supply that claims to solve this. It's the WolfPack HDMI Splitter, a 1x2 unit, the 4K version. And our mission is pretty simple. How does a $50 box take a huge 4K signal and clone it perfectly without the whole thing just falling apart?
And that's a good point, because it's not just standard 4K. This thing handles 4096 by 2160.
Cinema 4K.
That's a lot of pixels to push down two separate pipes at the same time without, tripping over itself.
Okay, let's get into the mechanics. It's a 1x2, one input, two outputs. Simple enough. But normally when you split something like water pressure, say, the flow gets weaker at the other end.
Right.
How is this WolfPack getting around that basic physics problem?
Well, that's sort of the aha moment with this device. It isn't just splitting the signal, it's actively buffering and amplifying it.
So not a Y cable.
Not at all. Think of it more like a tiny repeater station. It catches the signal, it cleans it up, boosts the voltage, and then sends out two fresh, identical signals.
Which would explain the cable lengths I saw. I mean, usually HDMI starts to glitch out after, 10, maybe 15 feet?
With standard passive cables, yeah, you're pushing it. But because this amplifies the signal,
Right.
you can run an input cable up to 15 meters. That's nearly 50 feet. And then the two output cables can go another 25 meters each. You're bridging almost 130 feet of total distance.
That is massive. You could wire a whole sports bar or a lecture hall with that kind of range. But here's what I'm wondering. When you push video that far, isn't audio the first thing to get all compressed or just dropped?
That's a great question, but not in this case. They kept the digital pipe wide enough. It passes through LPCM 7.1, Dolby True HD, BTS-HD master audio.
So all the uncompressed stuff.
Basically, if your Blu-ray player is sending it, this box keeps it completely intact. You're not sacrificing your surround sound just to get the picture in another room.
Okay, that's good to know. But let's talk about the real nightmare scenario, the handshake. You plug everything in, the cables are fine, the power's on, but the TV just says no signal because the devices are just confused.
The dreaded EDIB problem, extended display identification data.
Right.
It's how the TV tells the source device, hi, I'm a Samsung, I can handle 4K. When you split a signal, sometimes the source gets two different messages at once, it panics and just sends nothing.
So how does the WolfPack stop the panic?
It has a built-in EDIB learning function. It essentially memorizes the capabilities of whatever screens are plugged in and acts as a diplomat.
A diplomat.
Yeah, it presents one clear, consistent message to the source, so it knows exactly what to send. It forces the handshake to work.
Okay, that feature alone is worth $50. No more unplugging and replugging things 10 times.
Absolutely.
Now, quick check on the legal side. Does it play nice with things like Netflix or Blu-rays? Because that copyright protection can be a real pain with splitters.
It does. It's fully HDCP 1.4 compliant.
Okay.
So it passes that digital check for copyright, and your streaming stick or your player won't block the content. It's also HDMI 1.4a compliant, so you get 3D and deep color support too.
Got it. There was one other feature that caught my eye. Cascading. It sounds cool, but what are we actually doing there?
This is where it gets really fun, because each unit is an amplifier. You can plug the output of one WolfPack into the input of another one.
You can daisy chain them.
You can, up to 3 layers deep.
So you start with one signal, split it to two, then you could split both of those again.
Yeah.
You're basically building a distribution tree.
Exactly. You're not just extending the range anymore. You are multiplying the screens. You can create a video network for a huge venue just by chaining these little $50 boxes together.
So wrapping this up, it really seems like this thing bridges that gap between, I bought a cheap cable at the gas station, and I had to hire a professional AV crew.
It really does. It solves the physical problems, distance, signal strength, and the software ones, like that EDID handshake. It brings pro-level reliability down to a price anyone can afford.
Before we go, though, that cascading feature leaves me with a thought. If you can amplify and regenerate a digital signal 3 layers deep, you're kind of resetting the clock on signal loss each time. So Is there actually a limit? Or could you just keep going?
Theoretically. Only latency. Eventually, the speed of light catches up to you.
Something to think about while you're setting up that backyard movie night.
Thanks for listening to this